When I first opened a trading platform 6 years ago, I honestly thought there had to be some kind of magic button that just said make money. I jumped from strategy to strategy, loaded my chart with a dozen indicators, tried to predict every single move, and of course, I kept losing money. Over time, I realized one simple truth. Trading isn't about luck or miracles. It's about routine, discipline, and common sense. So today, I want to share what I've really learned after 6 years of trading. No fluff, just the lessons that work in practice and the things that only look good in theory. And why should you even listen to me? Well, I've been trading for full time for over 6 years now. I've built a huge community around more than 90k traders already in my Telegram channel. Every single day, I go live, show my actual trades, share signals, and break down my students' mistakes. We've got full archives, live results, nothing edited or shown after the fact. If you want to see not just the outcome, but the process, the links in the description and in pinned comment. All right, let's go step by step through the lessons that actually help you make money long term and the traps that slowly drain your account. If you recognize yourself in even one of these lessons, then this video will already have paid off. Lesson number 1, discipline beats emotions. I am the beginner. I'm in the beginning. I often caught myself entering trades just because price made a sudden move. It felt like that's the opportunity. I have to take it. But almost every one of those trades ended in a loss. Over time, I realized the market is always noisy. If my checklist isn't met, level, indicator signals, and confirmation candle, I don't enter. Sometimes that means sitting and waiting, and ironically, that's what protects your account. Discipline means you're not chasing every little move, you're just executing your plan. And even when a trade ends negative, you can accept it calmly because it fits the system, not your emotions. Lesson number 2, risk matters more than the trade itself. Most beginners obsess over the perfect entry point, where to buy, where to sell, what indicator it flashes, but in reality, what keeps you alive is risk management. My rule is simple, no more than 2 or 3% risk per trade. Even if a setup looks perfect, I never size up, because any trade can end up in loss and that's okay. The real danger starts when traders begin chasing losses, doubling their position size and whipping out their entire account. I went through that myself in early days. Now, if I take a loss, I simply close the platform, take a break, and come back the next day. The market will always be there, but your capital won't if you don't protect it. That's why a pro isn't the one who predicts every candle, but the one who can preserve capital through any series of trades. Lesson number 3, the market doesn't owe you a trade every day. At first, I thought the more trades I open, the faster I will make money. So I traded everything I saw with no filter. Of course, my account melted. Half those trades were unnecessary. Eventually, I understood quality setups are rare. Sometimes 2 or 3 in a week, sometimes 1 in a day, and that's fine. If there is no clean alignment with my system, I just sit out. Doing nothing is also part of trading. Once you let go of greed and stop trying to squeeze the market, the quality of your trades jumps. Fewer losses, cleaner wins. I always tell my students it's better to skip 10 weak signals and take one strong one than the other way around. Simplicity wins. This is the lesson number 4. I used to have 10 indicators, dozens of lines, zones, arrows. I thought the more complex the chart, the smarter my trading. In reality, it only confused me. Too many signals and your brain will always find an excuse to enter, even when there is no real setup. Now my chart is clean. 1 or 2 tools, levels, 1 indicator, and confirmation candle. That's it. Minimalism removes noise. Decisions are quicker and calmer, and mistakes are obvious. I can clearly see when I broke a rule or followed the plan. The real beauty of simplicity is repetition. The same structure, day after day, builds statistics, and statistics build confidence. It's way better to know a simple set of tools inside out than to constantly switch system and start over every week. Lesson number 5, don't hide mistakes, log them. Our memory lies. Wins feel bigger than they are and losses feel like bad-like. That's why I keep a simple trade journal. Every trade gets a before and after screenshot, a short note, why I entered, what the indicator showed, the level, confirmation candle, risk size. So, and one word about my state. calm, rushed, chasing losses. Once a week, I go back and review without emotions. I look at patterns, entering without confirmation, trading against context, sizing up after a loss. The repeating mistakes pop right out. The goal isn't just analysis for analysis, it's to make a change I can apply tomorrow. For example, only take the first signal at a level. After a loss, pause 10 minutes. If RSI and MACD don't align with a level, skip. But once a mistake has a name and a counter rule, it loses control over you. And that's how your win rate grows, but more importantly, your peace of mind grows too. Lesson number 6. You can't do it alone. When you trade alone, it's easy to get stuck in your own head. You think you're doing everything right, but the account keeps bleeding. Without feedback, you will repeat the same mistakes for months. Once you're a part of a community, growth speeds up. You get gently but consistently pulled back to discipline. And no, community doesn't mean blindly following other people's signals. It's about having a mirror, honest feedback, trade breakdowns, real-time questions, where you rushed, where you broke the rules, where you actually followed the system. Plus, there is the powerful effect of presence. When you see other trades patiently managing risk, waiting for confirmation, keeping their charts clean, you naturally start adopting those habits too. And live sessions make a huge difference. When you watch the whole process in real time from setup to entry, the illusions disappear and all that's left is method. No more chasing a magic formula, just plan, signal, confirmation, risk. And in a community, that becomes normal, which means progress comes faster, calmer, and more reliably. So these are the lessons I've learned in 6 years of trading. Maybe you recognize yourself in some of these situations, and that's normal. Every trader goes through the same mistakes. The key is not to get stuck in them, but to learn and move forward. If you like this format and want more conversations and practical videos, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to grow faster by learning from my experience instead of your own losses, join the Telegram channel. I share what actually works every single day. See you in the next video and in the live sessions. Trade smart.